Howdy headset homies, it's time to strap on my crash helmet, prepare for sprained ankles and sore knees, and not because I'm spending a romantic night in with a horny, angry Ronda Rousey wielding a cheese grater, but because I'm reviewing VR Skater on PSVR2. Right, let's kickflip in. On paper, the control scheme doesn't sound that immersive. Your hands act as your feet. Yeah, it sounds weird. I know, but surprisingly it works really well. You mimic leg movements with your hands to push off and roll your board, and it feels surprisingly natural and intuitive once you get the hang of it. Tricks are performed by grabbing your board with L1 or R1, then rolling, spinning and pressing buttons to pull off ollies, grabs, flips and grinds. Chaining these together gives you that classic high risk, high reward combo system. You steer by holding L1 or R1 and leaning with your arms, or make sharp turns by flicking the analog stick. The gameplay loop feels very Tony Hawk-esque. Jump into a sandbox map, use the environment creatively and rack up combos. When I ate pavement, it was usually my fault, not the game's. Always a good sign. You start in the academy, which teaches progressively harder tricks, and trust me, you'll need to spend some solid time here. There are 7 sandbox levels, a neighbourhood, school, business district, docks, industrial zone, subway and construction site. Great variety overall. Each level includes spot challenges, short runs focused on one jump or rail, hit target scores for bronze, silver or gold medals, a street run, go from one end of the map to the other, scoring as much as possible before finishing or falling off 6 times. Best tricks, 5 attempts to land your highest scoring trick, fail and you lose an attempt, your 4 best tricks are tallied up for your final score, and sudden death. Entire level is open, but 1 bail ends your run instantly. Earn at least a bronze trophy by earning a medal in every mode to unlock the next area. There's also free practice for exploring layouts at your own pace. You also get 5 SNL Pro Circuit maps included if you download the free perk promo pack. These are arena style maps rather than the open world ones, but they add variety. You can collect letters mid-trick or pull off moves on a timer. There's even a bonus mega ramp level purely for chaining combos, no medals, just pure fun. You can also visit the shop where leveling up unlocks cosmetic board wraps and wheels. They don't add stats, but seeing your board get scuffed and scratched over time and then replacing them to look new is a nice touch. Sadly there's no online or co-op, though a global leaderboards lets you flex your scores if that tickles your giggleberries. In the headset, VR Skater looks sharp with a good draw distance, and that's crucial. You need clean visuals for judging jumps and lining up rails. Textures are simple but crisp and clear too. The soundtrack nails that old school Tony Hawk's Pro Skater vibe, upbeat, energetic and nostalgic. There are only 13 tracks though, so they start to loop a bit after a while. Sound design's excellent, the roll of the wheels, the grind on metal, the funk of landing, all feel authentic and satisfying. The environmental sounds are practically nil, but what's here is done well and helps the immersion. That sense of speed is incredible. That gut-dropping feeling when you fly off a ramp or rooftop is pure VR magic. Something you just can't replicate on a flat screen. Honestly, it's the main reason I bought this game. I'd never bother with a skate sim in 2D, but in VR, totally different story. I couldn't confirm if VR Skater uses reprojection. It doesn't seem like it, but I did notice some faint ghosting when turning my head quickly, similar to Walkabout Mini Golf. Despite that, it stays sharp and fluid throughout. Haptics are a bit underwhelming. A stronger rumble when you eat pavement would go a long way. Frame rate held steady the whole time though, which is vital in a precision game like this. I did hit a few crashes after completing challenges, losing progress which was annoying. Another bug stopped a trophy from upgrading from bronze to silver after I'd earned it. The crane spot challenge deserves a special mention. It's brutally hard and occasionally bugged. auto-failing me before I even start a run. Rage levels were significant. Physically, it's moderately active, nowhere near Beat Saber or Synth Rider's intensity, but enough to get your arms moving. Playable seated, standing or room scale. Room scale works great with minimal space. Seated works too, though you'll want a stool for arm swinging freedom, and it doesn't scale when seated, so you roll around as a tiny midget skater. There is no vignette option and obviously no teleport while you're on the board. I grabbed VR Skater on sale for $5.99, expecting to bounce off it, but I ended up loving it. I spent around 10 hours playing, chasing medals and improving my runs. That just one more try loop is very addictive. But beware, it's got a steep learning curve. If you're not patient or willing to grind, in both senses, it might frustrate you. My advice, master a few solid tricks, shove-its, grabs and grinds, and no, I'm not describing my love life, and you'll be able to snag bronze and silver easily, maybe even gold. Negatives? The environments are decent looking but lifeless. No NPCs, no ambience. I'd have loved to plough into some hipster in that subway and spill their soy latte everywhere. I may have an irrational hatred for soy lattes drinking Man-Bun hippies. Moving on. The bugs and occasional crashes also add to the frustration in an already tough game. Overall though, VR Skater is an impressive skill-based experience that rewards persistence. I'm giving it a very good 8 out of 10. At $29.99, it's okay value, but maybe a touch steep. I'd wait for a sale as it often drops to around a $5, which is an absolute steal. And if you're unsure, there's a free trial on PS Plus Premium. Have you played VR Skater? Did you master it or did it grind you into the pavement? Let me know in the comments. Right, I'm off to bandage my sprained ankles and nurse my bruised ego. Until next time, stay virtual and happy gaming.